Good question. How does the budget look like, right? So, the budget always goes back to, should I say, it's like a subset of your capital requirement in terms of COGS. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So we have a very simple formula here. Is it in this slide here? Yes, right? Yeah, it's here. We have a formula. There we go. How to estimate monthly advertising investment. Okay, so what do I mean by it's a subset of your manufacturing costs and shipping costs together? So this is the formula that I use, and I think it's quite accurate because your manufacturing and shipping times the number of units is your first inventory order, correct? So for example, in this case, my egg pen, this is the amount that I buy. So my first inventory order is about $20,000. Okay, and this is for 100 days. So I just divide 100 times 30. So I can expect to spend this amount on PPC in the first month, or at least the average out over the 3 months period, the monthly advertising cost. Okay, so which also means, right, the higher your individual, should I say, your first capital requirement needed, the more PPC is expected also, because there's higher demand and there's more clicks. Okay.
Okay.
And this amount assumes you have a good product with decent click-through rate and decent conversion rate. Okay.
Right. So that means if we go through the funnel, with the CTR as the filtering criteria and as well as PPC not more than $1, so this would be a fair charge for the budget required.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks, Clarence.
Yeah. And this shouldn't in a way this, if everything is well, right? Of course, always everything is well. This shouldn't be money out of pocket. It should be money out of your sales that you have obtained from your customers. Okay? So if you do everything right correctly and you do it with finesse, with certain level of mastery, you do not have to come out extra money to pay your advertising. Okay? And that is all up to your skill level, which is tough. That's why in your first order or should I say your first product, it is a practice round. Always go through the process and at least try to see what's needed, what kind of skill set is needed to properly launch products. And this is a very important skill set, PPC management.
Okay. So because Amazon has their own payment cycle and as well as plus X amount of days to get to your account and things like that as well.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So you do need cash flow, right? So prepare cash flow. Very important.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So Claire, means first 3 months need 18K for PPC. Yes, first 3 months need 18K. In fact, right now for this egg pen, we are spending about close to initially, at least during the honeymoon phase, we are spending 6K, 5K, and 5K for the first 3 months. Now we are doing 3K because we have good organic rank already. So that's why, right, the graph that you saw just now, yeah, it follows 6K, 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 roughly, then suddenly it goes down pretty much. Okay, first 2 months we're selling low, still can cover PPC. Usually you should be able to because there will be organic sales. All right, in your first 2 months, you should have organic sales already. And that organic sales will help to cover some of the PPC costs. All right. Okay, and
yeah, but Amazon still hasn't paid you, so you still have
Amazon hasn't paid you. Yep. You
so
still
have to prepare some cash for that.
A sum for your inventory. Okay, that's for inventory because hey, Amazon advertising team will just collect from the Amazon seller team directly, so they can.
Yeah, okay, but where will Amazon take the money from? From your sales?
Yeah, from your sales.
Okay, but if you're in the honeymoon or if you launch the first 2 weeks and you're buying PPC like mad, where do you pay that? Who do you pay that to?
It's from your sales.
By your credit card.
Yeah, so the only time Amazon will charge your credit card is when you do not have enough sales to cover the PPC cost.
Okay.
Right? And that's a painful period to be in because you're bleeding money, additional money on top of your manufacturing. Okay? In some cases, it warrants paying that because you're investing in organic rank and you know that product will eventually reach profitability once you get organic rank. So there are some cases where it's worth it to pay.
God willing. Yeah. I asked Sonak this 3 weeks ago on a Wednesday sitting, and I asked what percentage would you put is PPC of your budget? And he said, I said 10%. He said, yeah, that would be a reasonable amount. So from then on, I have put 10% in the profitability calculator. There is a tab where you can add cost. So I have added 10% when I calculate my budget for the product.
Yeah, that's great. But take note that 10% is when you are already in your growth/maintenance phase. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it's an average, but yeah, I will make sure that I pay my credit card bill, so I'm ready to pay for PPC.
Yeah. Awesome. Amazon will love you so much.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes, Johnson.
Yeah, I just want to understand the relationship for the search conversion rate in formulating this monthly advertising cost. Do you take into consideration of the search conversion rate when you consider the investment in your initial?
Yes, we do.
How do you do that?
So when we go through the funnel, right, one of the criteria is what's the conversion rate of our competitors' market, basically. Okay. So if I see a conversion rate which is less than 1%, right, I'm not very excited to enter that kind of market.
Okay.
Because I know if the conversion is less than 1%, right, usually this estimation tend to be on the higher end of things.
All right.
Right. It makes sense. People are clicking, window shopping, right? They're clicking more than buying. So I only tend to go into products with like above 1% conversion rate. Then roughly I know that I can at least stick close to this estimate here.
So 1%, is it good enough or have to be?
1% is good. I will say that's just a pass. But of course, I always encourage you to go for A, right? So go for higher than 2%, 2.5%.
Okay, understand.
But sometimes it's hard. So okay, 1% I think is good enough.
Okay,
right?
understand.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, I hope you guys are learning something today. Okay. Yes, Claire, your hand is up again.
Okay, Clarence, can I ask how you get the shipping cost? Is it like the price that you pay Kenny and then you divide
this?
the unit number?
Yes. So once you already have your shipping invoice, you should be able to calculate your shipping cost per unit. All right.
Wow, then my shipping cost very high. Okay.
If it's very high, then you need to find ways to optimize it via either SKU drop or something else. Okay.
Okay. Then I want to ask, like just now you said that if our sales cannot cover the PPC, then usually if we use like Wise or all that, right? We need to fund the Wise account, right? If we're not using credit card.
No, you have to use credit card. They won't accept your Wise account.
Yeah, but I just put in my Wise account, they accept it.
So Wise account is for deposit. Basically, Amazon pays you to your Wise account. But when you pay Amazon, right, your Wise account has nothing in there, right? So you have to pay.
Yeah, but then they asked me to put in like a new credit card.
Yes, you have to put in a credit card.
Yeah, so I put in the Wise credit card, and then the Wise debit card. I don't know what number. The virtual card number.
Okay, the virtual card that Wise gave you.
Yeah. They accepted it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if they accept it, that's great, but do prepare at least a credit card that in case that Wise got rejected, and there are cases where Amazon will somehow reject it after a while, you need to have a backup card in hand.
Oh, do you have any card to recommend, or just like any Singapore bank credit card?
That's a regular credit card would do usually from my experience. I'm not sure why is Paxton also experiencing Singapore credit card got rejected. Yeah, I'm not so sure also. Because so far up to date, they have been accepting our credit cards. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. Where were we? Yeah, we're on this graph. Okay. There we go. Now, I think you guys know what's TAR cost and A cost, right? I went through this in module 1, but just a refresher. Should I say, TAR cost is like a entire basket. They cover everything. That's why it's like a taco holding on all the ingredients, right? It's everything, including your organic sales. Okay, so that's how I imagine TAR cost to be. But A cost is like I don't know what you call this. like a unfolded taco, right? With all the things still separated, like the everything separated. So you have to calculate the advertising side of things only. Then there's organic sales that's not accounted for, right? That's why there are things outside of the shell. Okay, so let's visualize it as such. Okay. Yeah, so this is the thing. So our main criteria that we look at is our TAR cost, right? Because TAR cost is really the accurate measure of our Amazon store. The health, basically, the financial health of Amazon store. All right, so always calculate TAR cost. Very important matrix to have versus A cost only. Okay, yeah, auto campaigns, exact match. I'm just showing you where it appears, right? So auto campaign, when you search a certain keyword, it appears right here. Okay, usually it can appear here. Auto campaigns can also appear in the product pages. Exact match campaign appears here. All right, when you search a keyword, it will appear right here. Next thing, product targeting, it appears right here in the product itself. Okay, and if you see some ads right here, these are your sponsored display ads. And automatic campaign also appear in both sides. Okay, so this is just how to create automatic campaign. I won't go through too deep in details here. Then you can choose these things. Exact match campaigns, how to create. I won't go through in greater details here as well. Watch module 4. You have a far more clearer step-by-step guide there. Okay, and there we go, right? And I always like to use this, right? The story always continues because, hey, it's only your first product. It's time to send out more products and keep launching again and again and again and again and again. Just repeat the process, right? Now it becomes a repeatable system, guys. Something that you can game, something you can literally see it happen in real life, in real time, I mean. All right, so we are also launching our version 2.0 of the egg pen, right? More news to come really soon. And it's literally like in Amazon right now, but we are just pending for some items for it to be ready. Okay, and that's it, right? That's it for today. And just nice, it's already 10 p.m. Wow, we are good on time today. Any final questions, guys, before we end today's call?
Sorry, Clarence, can you share the calculation for PPC again?
The what?
How you calculate the PPC?
Oh, how do I calculate the PPC budget?
Yeah.
This one? I think you can just take a very simple screenshot
Yeah, I want to take picture.
of this. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
this is just estimate, all right? So it may vary, but shouldn't vary too much. Okay. All right, cool. I think we're good today. Thanks, guys, for being such a participative bunch today. Keep